Okay, here we go. I can show them how to do it when I'm in the zone. Before we start, let me puff that indigo. If I thrust, guaranteed you gon' feel it though. My intro for this real shit. When I walked the bridge and we built it. Two hoes got the boy on kill cliff. My team good and we rollin'. It ain't really hard to see that I'm fresher. I'm a F5 with Brock Lesnar. We ain't got time to listen. Yo, lecture, let him put the title up and I get your bitch.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Dead on Dave, and I'm coming at you live from Germany. That's right, the heart of Deutschland at 5 o'clock in the morning as we just concluded 3 hours of Monday Night Raw. Now, the question is, was it a good 3 hours? Well, it was a long 3 hours. It was a long 3 hours once again. Look, a good majority of tonight's Raw was actually really good, especially the beginning. The first hour I thought was borderline fantastic. But then the common problem of Raw started to just rear its ugly little head, and everything started to go downhill. And it struggled to get back into a flow. Although I think it did right around the first quarter of the third hour, it did seem like things started to turn around again. But I think by that time, a lot of people checked out. There is a fundamental problem with 3 hours. And I know it's something that people complain about a whole hell of a lot. But there is a problem with 3 hours. And look, I love wrestling. I want 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of Raw and SmackDown. I don't care. I love it. But there is a problem when it just feels like they're almost block checking at some point, and it gets a little frustrating. That being said, once again, it was one of those situations when things were good, they were really good tonight. I like the fact that Roman Reigns was very solid throughout the entire show, including the main event. Everything that he did from the beginning of the night all the way to the end, I thought did just a fantastic job. So I'm pretty happy about that. I like to see when things don't just die away. And for a long time, I questioned whether or not Roman Reigns gave a shit. But I don't know, man. He gives a shit. He's definitely trying, and you could tell tonight that things that bothered him in the past no longer bother him. I like the fact that he went after the crowd when they yelled for absolutely no reason, "You can't wrestle." In the middle of a promo to chant at Roman, "You can't wrestle," after last night's match makes no fucking sense. It's just an example of a crowd being douchey. And Roman, take a sip of your beer and shut up. I like that. Continue that shit. What I really did enjoy is the ambiguity of everybody. Once again, Ambrose, Reigns, Rollins, all three, you don't know what their alignment is. You don't know what they are. Are they a face? Are they a heel? That's the best part. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're a face or a heel because it's just their actions they just do. They just go, and I like that. So, a lot of fun. Big shout out to the chat, everybody who's here. Isaac A, The Drep, CJM Stop Motions, my Terry Snow Queen, the moderator. Bear is here. I saw Patrick Glenn. We got Alec Hodges, Chris Payne's up in there. I see Sean Bonner, fake ass twat. We got everybody, Pittsburgh boys here, probably jerking off to the fact that I was right about Roman Reigns. I told everybody that I love Roman and that he was going to lead everybody to a world of prosperity and happy rainbow farts and all those things. And I just knew that when I wrote in my diary, not a journal, because I have a diary, which is a sissier version of a journal. And I knew when I wrote about all the fantasies that I have about Roman Reigns, and then Dead on Dave, when he found him, and he showed the world that fantasies and true dreams come true on Dead on Dave Productions. He did this for me, and I appreciate it because I wanted my love box punched by Roman Reigns. And Dave did that. And I love Roman Reigns. Yes, Pittsburgh boys, one happy Roman Reigns fan. Look at the joy. Look at the joy in this photo. I made that happen. I feel great about it. I feel great about it. So, all right, let's get in to the Monday Night Raw, shall we? Let's get into what was good, what was bad, what was indifferent. We're going to break it all down. I don't think this is going to be an overly long review. We are going to take your calls live on Skype, David Vancura, DavidVancura. And, of course, the number, 702-751-2902. But do not be surprised if this is a rather short Raw, because I don't know how many talking points there are, but we'll see. We will see what happens. It all depends on you guys. You guys keep me going, keep me lubrication, and I'll be a happy Dave. We'll see what happens. All right, let's get into it, man. Joker Jink. You know what? Before we do, let's go ahead and kick off the show like we did yesterday, because Joker Jink called earlier in the show, and he did a good job. Let's bring him on again. Joker Jink jumping the gun just a little bit, but you know what? We'll go ahead and we'll take a call real fast.
My bad.
Joker Jink, what did you think about Raw? You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Well, it started out good, and then Dana Brooke showed up, and that ruined it, basically.
I don't know. I'm not going to blame Dana for that. I actually, she fucked up the ending. But at first, I wasn't hating on her too much. And then she started really, really being bad. And the thing about Dana is there's something, I like her boobs. And
basically Lisa Fox V2.
I like certain aspects of her, but when she's bad, she's horrendously bad. Like it's hard to even breathe. She's so bad. So I don't know.
I feel like Ric Flair in his state right now could out wrestle her. Like when she tried to run back to the ring or whatever she was trying to do, it looked so stupid.
She's just very mechanical. She's herky jerky, you know.
Basically, I mean, the ending was pretty obvious, but I mean, they still did it pretty good. But I felt like the match, they should have just had like a better ending to it.
Yeah, you know, it was essentially the same match from last night, which I'm not going to complain about because it was a good match.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of an obvious thing that we were going to get a triple threat, which is fine. I'm a little surprised they're doing it for BattleGround, but I kind of like the idea of not saving big matches just for big pay-per-views. Make all pay-per-views should be big.
Yeah.
All pay-per-views should have the best matches humanly possible. And I am not a believer in this, well, if they use it at BattleGround, that means when they use it again, it won't be as special. I don't know if I believe that shit. I don't know if I believe that. But we'll see.
Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. It's going to be special. They're all good.
Yeah, I
like that Roman Reigns actually finally yelled at the crowd. I'm not sure that was part of like his script or he just said it. That's pretty good.
You know, I feel that Roman is really turning the corner. I feel since WrestleMania, he's been markedly improved. Mainly because there's ambiguity. He just kind of goes out and does what he does. And I think that's a really good thing. So, as long as he keeps doing that, I think he's going to be just fine. He doesn't have, if he doesn't have to worry about being a good guy or a draw, just go out there and grip it and rip it because he looked comfortable tonight. And I like that.
That's because he's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's the guy.
That's right. The best catchphrase of the last 10 years, according to WWE. Jesus.
I looked at that and I was like, what? Not yes, no.
Stab myself in the face. Oh, my God. Stab myself in the face with a used dildo, I swear. Hey, what's your rating for tonight, buddy?
I would say like around 6.
Give it a 6 from Joker Jink. Hey, I appreciate the call, man. Good call again. You're 2 for 2 in the last 2 days. Not bad. Show some of these other kids how to get it done.
Thank you.
All right, Joker Jink. Have a good night, buddy. Thank you, Joker Jink. I appreciate the call. I do enjoy the Joker Jink. Let's take another call. Fuck it. I don't want to talk about Raw. I want to hear you guys talk about Raw. I want to hear you guys tell me about Raw. I don't feel like it. 203. What you got? You're live with Dead on Dave. 203. Okay, giggle monster. Goodbye, motherfucker. Giggle fuck. 864. You're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
My clears, my phone
You
Sure, if I
sound
stand real
rather
quick.
clear, yes.
All right, good. I thought Raw was a pretty decent show, but I'm not going to give it a very high rating. I am really happy with how Roman Reigns is. People are giving him too much hate. I've been dying down on him a lot. I'm really happy he finally lashed out in the crowd. I'm just like, yes, tell him.
Long overdue. Yeah.
Hope he does it more. If they keep trying to hijack him, just tell him not to.
Yeah. I look, if they turn him around now and try to make him an uber good guy, it's gonna fucking tank even worse than it did before. Because people are seeing a relaxed Roman Reigns. We're seeing the best work that he's doing in the ring. Now, granted, he's in there with the top guys, AJ Styles and now Seth Rollins. So, okay, to be fair, he is in there with guys that you can't really fuck up matches with. But at the same time, you got to give him credit when it's due. And right now, I'm going to give the guy some credit. In fact, I'm going to give the whole Shield credit for making a really good main event situation. While I do think there was some lull points throughout Raw tonight, there was a really bad gap of about 45 minutes where it seemed like it was just a black hole of entertainment. Other than that, I felt Raw was rather solid for most of the night, especially the first hour. I thought first hour was really, really good. And then it kind of died off. It peters. That's kind of what it does. But then I picked it back up a little bit right around the Wyatts. So yeah, I'm kind of with you. I was rather entertained with Raw, but again, 3 hours is just too much.
Yep, that's the big thing. I'll put a poll up on Twitter about it.
Well, it's time to go. It's time to be done with the 3 hours. It's time.
Yep.
It's time. By the way, UFC sold for $4.2 billion, folks. Just a little news in the combat sports world. $4.2 billion. And in case you're wondering on what type of return on investment the Fajita brothers may have gotten, yes, I don't care how you actually pronounce them. I'm calling them the Fajita brothers because it's fun. They bought UFC for $2 million, and they turned it into $4.2 billion with a B. Holy shit. That's more than Lucas got for fucking Star Wars. He got $4 billion on the dot. They got 4.2 for UFC. Hey, 864, I appreciate the call, man. What's your rating?
I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10 from 864. I appreciate it, buddy. You have yourself a good night.
You too.
Take it easy. Let's take another call because I'm having fun. 646, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Yeah, hold on. I'm taking a piss. Jenny, shut your fucking
No,
mouth.
we don't get to hold on. We don't get to hold on Dead on Dave. That's not how things work. 702, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Dead on Dave Productions. Honor to be on the show. First time caller. How you doing?
First time caller, and I'm hoping long time listener. What you got, buddy?
Yeah, long time listener. Yeah, it's just really, it was all right show tonight. It's not easy to lead a show in, a pay-per-view like BattleGround. I know you got to hold things back for Survivor Series, which I'm attending. But I thought they did well. Didn't understand the Wyatt predicament. I don't know why they didn't attack instead of looking like the weak ones. But it's predictable at that. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. It was, they're trying to rehab the Wyatts a little bit. They're trying to make them a little bit. That's why I think New Day worked a little heelish tonight. If you notice, they did kind of drop the shtick that they've been doing, like the over happy stuff. They kind of went back to the New Day from a couple of months ago. I think that's kind of to balance this out because the Wyatts are no longer going to be that uber heel faction, which I think is a good thing because people want to cheer these guys. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're kind of like neutral heels. I was saying that to my mother earlier. And Enzo and Cass, what direction do you see them going in? I was watching them, it kind of just looked like they jobbed out the Vaughn villains there for this 1000th match. And pretty much the same thing with Kevin Owens. It's almost like they're in panic mode or something there. I don't know what's going on. What do you think, since you're a professional on this?
Yeah, I'm a fucking professional. That's right. I'm a professional fucking idiot, other than that.
Don't make fun of yourself like that,
I have
buddy.
to
You're not
before
dumb.
you do. I have to before you do because I know what's coming.
What are you talking about, boy?
You've
I'm
got
trying to
better
talk wrestling with you.
accents
Don't get
than
fucking at me
You've
now.
got better accents than this. I'm
You
disappointed.
dumb fuck. What the hell, Ron? Why are you yelling at me like you
I'm
fucking know
disappointed
something?
in you. You've got better
Fuck
accents
you. I don't
than
know.
this.
Fuck you. I don't give a fuck about my accents. You shove my accent up your ass, you fat fuck.
Oh, you fat fuck. Ah. There you go.
She was gonna comment on your fucking stupid weight loss thing that you're never gonna do, you worthless idiot.
Hey.
You know you're too fat, you're never gonna lose the weight.
Yeah, probably. I'll be losing plenty of weight
as
I fuck your mother. Yes, that's right. Ooh, I sounded like somebody I used to work with. As I fuck your mother. I channeled something there. Holy God, I can't believe I did that. But I'm just trying to think of a way to lose weight. So that guy was probably going to help me by letting me have sex with his mother. So there you go. It was a nice guy. It's a good gesture. Let's do that. Everybody who wants me to lose weight, let me have sex with your mothers. Maybe that's going to backfire on me at some point. More than likely. I'm not taking numbers I don't know. I'm not doing any more troll calls tonight. No more troll calls. If you're a longtime caller of the show and you got a name or number that I recognize, I'm going to take your call. If not, I ain't taking your goddamn call. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. I ain't dealing with it. I am not dealing with the trolls. Let's get to the actual review. Let's go through this segment by segment. And let's break it down so we can get the hell up out of here. Oh, my God. All right, let's do this. Right from the beginning of the show, I did like the opening. Roman Reigns comes out. He was very good. I love that he's telling people to take a sip of their beer and shut up when they needlessly chanted, "You can't wrestle at him." Rollins was also very good. Shane comes out, makes the number one contenders match for the end of the show, which I think everybody kind of felt what was going to happen. So there was no shock in it, but still, I kind of dug it, man. I kind of dug it. So it was good. It was cool. It was cool stuff there. Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn in their final battle, which really only served as a reignition of their feud. These two bring out such emotion into their fights. I love what they do, and I loved how they opened Raw, man, with this match. These two can literally fight forever. That being said, they are going back and they're restarting this feud, at least for a short period of time. Look, they're going to be broken up when the brand split happens. I'm almost 100% sure of that, because you can't keep them fighting forever, because that is the problem. When you continue to have them over and over and over doing the exact same thing, people are going to get watered down by it, and it may have already started to happen. I'm hoping that with a break from each other in a few years down the line, when they are the de facto top guys in the company, they can have another feud over the WWE Championship and it'll feel fresh. That being said, I liked what they did tonight. I liked their feud. I liked their fight. And I want to see something definitive. I don't know if they're going to have to stick him in Hell in a Cell. I don't know if they're going to have to stick him in a cage. I don't know what they're going to have to do. Falls count anywhere. Last man standing. I don't know what's going to have to be the definitive match, but BattleGround is going to have to end it with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. It's just got to. Gotta. They got to do it. How you doing? You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. After that, it's Big Johnny. John Laryngitis. He comes out, and he's as terrible as ever, keeping referring to SmackDown as SmackDown TV. SmackDown TV going live. Oh my God, he's awful. I dug the big red suit though. It's like Kool-Aid he went on Biggest Loser. Look, it was amazing. He looked great in that thing. It was a clean red suit. That red suit was clean, son. Enzo coming out there. And with Cass, of course. Enzo and Shane having a fantastic moment on the stage. Shoes and dance moves unite. I absolutely loved that. I thought that was really well done. It was cool to see them kind of together doing the same thing. I liked that a lot. It was just kind of a special little moment. Then Cass and Enzo go out there and dominate the Vaudevillains, which I think needs to happen. There needs to be a obvious rocket ship for Cass and Enzo. I think with now the Wyatts and the New Day doing what they're doing, Cass and Enzo needs to go and beat up as many random tag teams as humanly possible. So for when they do get their opportunity, which I'm expecting to be around SummerSlam, they're going to have this huge wave of more momentum, right behind them. So hopefully that'll be the case. After that, I had to make note in my copious amounts of notes that Michael Cole said twice, "Bada boom shakalaka," which is apparently the name of Cass and Enzo's finish, but still, no. Michael Cole, no more for you, Michael Cole. No bada boom shakalaka should not ever be fucking uttered by anybody ever again, let alone Michael fucking Cole. Please, I'm begging you, no more. After that, AJ Styles speaks out. Okay, this was once again my favorite thing of the night. It really was. AJ playing, at first it kind of looked like he was going back to a little bit of babyface, which I think was just a tease, obviously, to fuck with people, demanding that the club come out and apologize to him for interfering in the match last night. It was great because heel AJ is the only AJ. That was fantastic. Anderson, Carl, look at me in the eyes. Apologize. Look me in the eyes. That was great. Oh my God, so good. Cena coming out, doing his thing. The balls and your word line was fantastic. It was really good stuff out of these guys, although it did drag. I felt that the promo was probably about 3 minutes too long, but I thought they did a really good job. Anderson and Cena then have a match. Cena absolutely dominated until the club obviously comes down and beats the shit out of him, which we all knew was going to happen. I like that Cena kept looking over his shoulder, though, and they kept looking back to the stage. I thought that was a cool little thing that we don't always get to see. So that was a little bit of fun there. Really good segment, though. It just, AJ and Cena, they just continue to go do what they do. I love them together. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm going to continue to enjoy the ride because it is a whole hell of a lot of fun. They're probably going to end up on the same brand if I had to guess. After that, Becky, I thought, cut a really nice promo until Natty comes out and lays her out. I really enjoyed what Becky was saying, though, backstage with Renee, talking about loyalty and how she'll be the only one with integrity, whatever. She got fired up. I enjoyed that. And then Natty laying her out. I kind of wish Natty would have said a little bit more than what she said instead of the obvious, the same thing that's always being said. I'm making it about me. That's not her accent. That was not Canadian, and I apologize to Canada for that. But luckily, I already know Canada forgives me because they forgive everybody. It's kind of their thing. After that, Baron Corbin versus you know it, Zack Ryder, Mr. Irrelevant himself. Corbin, after a couple nice little spots out of Ryder, Corbin gets the victory. He's really starting to roll. Nobody cares, unfortunately, because they just kind of went along too long with Ziggler. They're going to have to do something to get Corbin back into that same state of mind. And telling people over and over that he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, reminding people that is not enough. He needs to get in an actual feud that matters. A belt feud, maybe. Even a returning Miz, which once again we got another terrible fucking Miz segment. I want to kill myself. It was funny, but just seeing the belt out of the WWE drives me insane. It really is a pet peeve. I can't deal with that. But after, it's either that or you got to put him in the Rusev situation. I mean, Jesus, because Titus, I'll talk about Titus in a second. Did not mind Titus tonight because I like the emotion, but I just can't. I have PTSD from their match last night. I have PTSD from the match last night. It was awful. It really was. After that, Paige and Charlotte for the women's title. Not a bad match, man. This was not a bad fight out of these two. They can work very well together. We've seen that plenty of times. And then Dana ruins everything. Dana Brooke ruins everything. Oh my God. It was just horrible what Dana Brooke does. Comes out there, ruins the match, and then Sasha Banks saves us all. I love it. Sasha Banks returns, does her thing. It's good to see her. I'm very, very happy to see Sasha Banks back. Far too fucking long, but she is back, and it should be a fun ride to see her and Charlotte rekindle their feud. And it seems like Paige is going to be kind of pivoted to Dana, which I don't think is a bad thing for Dana. Paige maybe, but Paige is a company gal. She is just, she's going to do what they tell her to do, plain and simple, and she has no problems with it. So if somebody's going to season Dana, might as well be Paige. And then you have a third feud now with Natalya and Becky. So we got 3 feuds within the women's division. That's a good thing, right? So hopefully it'll be done well. We'll see. After that, we got another return. It's the Wyatt family. That's right, the Wyatt family. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That's right, the Wyatts come back with a obviously and noticeably thinner Bray Wyatt. Looks fantastic, does the Bray Meister. Really good. I love what he was doing, saying things that people want to hear him say. He's very hypnotic. And then out comes New Day. That's right, the New Day comes out in a little bit of a shock, but answers the question of why they won last night and what's next for New Day. It's obvious that this was something that they were waiting to do for a while, probably hindered by Bray Wyatt's injury. The New Day did not be as face-ish as they have been in the past few weeks. They've been really facious lately. They weren't tonight. They worked more, a little heelish, kind of more of a throwback to what New Day was doing a couple of months ago. The Wyatts kind of just being the Wyatts. They're not going to be overtly face, but they don't necessarily have to be super heel either. And I think we're going to get some good stuff out of these two factions. They did not play on it, but I loved Xavier Woods being hypnotized momentarily by Bray Wyatt. I don't know if that is something that they're going to play up more in the future, but that shit was funny. It was real subtle, and it was very funny. So I actually enjoyed that segment. Then we got Titus O'Neil, like I said, a lot of intensity. I love the fact that he said in the back that I'm going to make this loud and clear. And then he screamed, and you couldn't hear it because it wasn't clear because it was so loud. I enjoyed that. I was like, that's funny, man. That's good stuff. So that was kind of cool. He came down. He just got into a big brawl with. Oh God, I can't even talk about it because all I keep getting is visions of last night. Last night, that goddamn match that they had. So. And then the main event was the main event. Let's take another call. 347, you're live with Dead on Dave. I needed a break from my notes. 347, what you got?
Hey, how you doing? This is Jimbo from Toronto. How are you, Dave?
Oh, boy. I'm pretty good. How are you?
Well, down here we have a hometown favorite, which is Sami Zayn, and
I
don't really understand.
I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with it. I'm just shutting it down. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with that guy. I just don't tonight. I don't. I'm tired. I don't want to deal with this fucking guy. He's creative sometimes, though. I'll give him that. I just don't want to deal. So I'm not going to deal. The last thing we got is the main event, which I thought was very well done. Although very predictable. We all knew it was going to happen. We all knew it was going to end up being a triple threat. But I like the way they did it. I like that Dean is just throwing his dick around. Dean's going to do what he's going to do. There's no rhyme or reason. He's unpredictable, and we need that as a champion. It felt very Austin-ish to me, which is kind of appropriate. It's apropos since Austin is here doing his thing. Sean Bonner says, Dave, let me call. Well, call in, Sean. What's your prefix? What's your prefix, Sean? Or you usually call in your Skype. Just call in the Skype, and I'll see your name, and I'll take your call. If I know who you are, I'm going to take your call. I'm just not taking the fucking troll calls, all right? I did enjoy what Dean did. I enjoyed the match, too. It was essentially the same match that we got last night without the 2 or 3 big spots. But it was still a good match. And once again, momentum for Roman. And now we're going to get a triple threat match at BattleGround, which it should be good. It's a good main event for that pay-per-view because now it's watchable. You know that you're going to really, really get something good out of that situation. At the very least, you got the main event to look forward to. And it's probably going to be the final battle for them for a while because one of them is going to get broken up. One of them is going to get moved over to SmackDown. So there it was. I give Raw tonight a 6.5. Maybe I can go as high as a 7. I actually did not hate Raw. I know some people did. I think it's easy to fall into that gap trap because of how long Raw is, and it can kind of drain on you. And I get that. And there was a 45-minute block of just awfulness. But, Sean, I can hear something in the background.
Let me turn that down.
Holy God, you sound like a bag of dicks tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. Let me get that. Hold on.
Fix your shit and call me back. Fix your shit and call me back. Because you interrupted a thing that I was doing. I was on a nice little road of momentum, all right? So fix your shit and call me back. What was I saying? Yeah, give me your rating. Thanks a lot, Sean Bonner. I completely forgot what I was saying. What's your rating? I'm a 6.5, maybe as high as 7. I totally get for people who are having an issue with Raw tonight. I completely get it. I'm not going to really throw. Look, calling it an awful Raw though, I think is unfair because I don't think it was an awful Raw. I think for what we had, the matches that were there and some of the other programs I thought worked really well. So I think there was more good than bad. It's just we have that draw, that fucking gap. So let's get your guys' rating in the chat and let's take a call. Hopefully Sean Bonner has his shit together now. Sean Bonner, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Is that better?
A little bit. What you got, buddy?
All right. Yeah, I've been up pretty much since like Thursday. I didn't get my my medicine filled and my pharmacy was closed. So I've been up pretty much since Thursday. So I got my medicine today and I'm going to sleep like a baby tonight. But
well, thank you for the update on your life. What the fuck did you think of Raw? This is not a goddamn Twitter conversation. What'd you think of Raw, dude?
Well, I was getting to that.
I could have done it without the prefix, man. The prelude. What do you got?
I thought actually I liked Raw. I thought it like for as tired as I am, it kept me, alert. It kept me with it the whole time. I thought the first segment was really engaging.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dean Ambrose is a good champion, and I'd be fine with him going on a pretty long run. Although I don't see it happening, but I wouldn't mind him being the champion for a while.
Here's the thing. I don't know if it's going to be a long run or not. I really don't. Some things that I've read over the last couple of days indicate that this might not be a flash little kind of transition championship. It might be something bigger. Something I read that Dave Meltzer reported on now, and he had numbers and figures to back him up. So in this situation, I'm actually going to give Dave Meltzer some credit. He had figures of the attendance of the different tours. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but when the WWE does house shows, they do tours, they're broken up into two groups. They have an A and a B tour. And Roman Reigns has been on the John Cena tour for a long time. And when Cena got hurt, it just became the Roman Reigns tour. During that time, when Cena got taken off, the B tour was headlined by Dean Ambrose. Well, over the past 7 months, how long it's been since Cena's been out, the A tour, now featuring Roman Reigns, has dropped 30% and is running even with the Ambrose tour. So there is some thought to the fact that this might be a move predicated by the fact that Dean is drawing and now Roman, for the first time, doesn't seem to be. So there could be that. So it might be a bit of a longer situation than people thought.
So it might be a numbers thing based on sales.
They're all numbers. Every title decision
Well, I mean,
is a numbers
no.
thing. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I definitely liked when Roman Reigns told the crowd to shut up.
Yeah.
That seemed like the most genuine, like real thing that he said in the past year.
He sounded relaxed, and that's, I kind of like this, that now if the numbers thing seems to be true and they are kind of taking a step back off of Roman, that doesn't mean that Roman's going to drop off the face of the earth, and I certainly don't think that he should. Keeping him where he is now and letting him kind of have a little bit of the pressure off. He had 3 title reigns. He's already had 3. You can't give him a 4th this early because I think that would lead into people once again going to the "this is fucking bullshit" type thing. Roman Reigns is just their champion, blah, blah, blah. And I think you kind of want to stay away from that. So having him just be in relaxed feuds, and it's going to help with this brand split because it's going to allow some new stuff to happen. I wouldn't mind seeing him in a program of Baron Corbin at some point. I think that could be something very interesting. Just seeing 2 guys who, kind of look alike and kind of do the same thing in a lot of ways. It might be interesting to see those 2 together. No, that's a terrible idea. I was completely joking, just so you guys know. Bonner, what else you got for me before I get you out of here so you can go get some sleep?
I think getting some sleep is a good idea. No, getting some sleep's a good idea.
All right,
I'll listen
Sean,
to
get
you
yourself some
for
sleep,
the rest
buddy.
of the show.
I appreciate the call.
Yeah.
Take it easy. I know this number. We can take this number. 480-480. You're live with Dead on Dave. I know you're going to cry me a river. Oh, about Kevin Owens. What you got?
Actually, no, because I was actually at Raw tonight, and I just got home.
Were
and,
you?
Yeah, I was at Raw tonight.
Good stuff. What did you think? How was it there in person?
I'm going to assume that it was not as good on TV as it was live.
It dragged a little bit, but it wasn't a bad Raw. I think probably there live it was really good, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I mean, oh my God, when that opening segment when Ambrose came out, the crowd went nuts.
It was hot.
They
definitely did drag in the middle there, like they tend to do.
Yeah, but you know what you said earlier about the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn segment, I actually loved it. I thought it was great.
I did too.
I do agree with you though. It has to end at BattleGround. It just absolutely has to.
And that was really the only point I was making with it, because I love these. I love these 2 together.
Yeah.
As I love Kevin Owens. Yeah. If it wasn't for Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles, Kevin Owens would be my favorite wrestler in the company right now. But unfortunately for everybody else, including AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura has my heart.
I can understand that. That man is amazing.
He is. He farts rainbows. I'm just saying.
Yes, he does. My God, did Carl Anderson look like a goofball out there? Oh, my God. What did they do to that guy?
He did. He really did.
What did they... I mean, it was a complete... I don't even want to call it a squash. Cena hit a couple moves, hit the AA, and then AJ and Gallows ran in for the DQ. Like, what was that? Seriously.
It was disappointing is what it was. The match itself was disappointing, and especially considering how good the promo was. I thought the promo out of AJ Styles, the whole apologize thing, he's so good as a heel. It was a little draggy, but it was good. And then we got a really weird match that was very obvious, and we're just going to set up more AJ and John down the line.
Yeah, and the main event, I got to say, I thought Rollins and Reigns had a great match, especially live. I thought it was very good.
It was essentially the same match as last night, which no complaints from me. It was very good. I agree.
Very, very good. And one more thing, I want to say that there was a dark segment where Ambrose went back and he dirty deeds Reigns again. He gave it to him again.
I like that. Well, then you got the on-the-spot reporting job from this man. So there you go. He was there. He let you all know. So good stuff. Hey, I appreciate the call. What's your rating for tonight from being there?
I'm going to give it a 7.5 live. I thought it was a good show live.
Fair enough. Hey, I appreciate the call. Have yourself a good night. Get some rest because I'm sure you're tired. Have a good night, buddy.
See ya.
Take it easy. We got a 7-minute and 44-second voice message. Somebody called my goddamn voicemail and talked for 7 minutes and 44 seconds. I'm actually very afraid to listen to this. I'm actually scared to listen to this voicemail. By the way, if you guys are in the chat, go ahead and hit the like button if you've yet to do so. I want to hear from you guys. Give a little love. Let's listen to this voicemail. Oh boy. All right, let's see what this voicemail does. I'm terrified. Somebody butt dial me? I can't hear it. I don't know what the hell that is. Well, that was disappointing. I was hoping for a little something more out of a 7-minute and 44-second fucking voicemail. Jesus. But what are you going to do? I think that's about it. You know what? We got two guys who've been trying to call in a million times here. Let's do a couple quick calls. I know they're trolls, but let's do it anyway. Troll caller 208, what you got? You're live with Dead on Dave.
Mr. Vancura, it's a very pleasure talking to you. How are you doing today, my friend?
Pretty good. You've been trying to call for like 20 minutes, and this is what you're going to give me? For real?
No. I was just...
All right, bye. Oh, my God. 801, you're live with Dead on Dave. What you got?
Good morning. How are you?
Oh, the same guy? Dude, let me ask
you. How are you doing today?
How much money do you spend on fucking phone numbers?
I was over in,
how much money do you spend on fucking phone numbers? Your mom is going to ground your fucking ass. Holy shit. This dude is getting fucking grounded for all the goddamn phone numbers that he gets. But you know what? I appreciate it. I do appreciate the support. Because we here at Dead on Dave Productions, we incite passion in our fans. We elicit fever and fervor from our fans. And that's what we get. The guy was trying to do the Arnold. He's trying to do the Arnold, and I appreciate it. You know, I tell him, I said, Maria, before I cheated on Maria, I told her, I said, Maria, I all I need is a blowy every day. And when you make all of my burritos, you have to chop it up. I like my burrito chopped up. You get the chopper. And, you know, as long as you do all that, Maria, then everything will be fine. But she didn't want to give the blowies. She didn't want to give me the blowies. So she had to go because I'm Arnold and I'm the governor. Well, I was the governor of California. It's okay. It's very good. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what the hell. That was the worst fucking Arnold ever. But you know what? I'm going to robot to it anyway. Oh, yeah, there we go. Thank you guys very much. I think we're going to wrap this bitch up. I ain't got much more to say. When you got nothing more to say, you don't keep dragging it. You don't keep tap dancing. Doing the David drag. Thank you guys very much for joining me right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Make sure you continue to support the channel. Like, subscribe, and share. Put the cookie down! Chris, put the cookie down! That's right. I love it. I'm sorry. I saw Chris Payne put in the chat. I had to say it. Put that cookie down! Love it. Anyway. Thank you guys very much for joining me right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Make sure that you go check out the merchandise. The merchandising over at www.deadondave.spreadshirt.com. We got all kinds of good stuff. You can also donate to the channel if you are so inclined. I always like to get that money. Chang, chang, bada blang. I appreciate that. But you know what? I do appreciate all the good stuff. You guys are great. I appreciate the support. We had a big sub jump yesterday. Thank you for that. We had our biggest audience, almost our biggest audience ever last night. So it was great. Thank you for that. Aussie Fishu Crowley says, casually cleaning my fish tank only to hear Dave bust out that Arnold. Not half bad. Hey, thank you. But you know what? Not half bad is not half good. I'll take it though. Mediocre is better than bad. So, you get down from there and you do the push-ups. You get down and you do more push-ups. This is what you do every day. You do it every day. You get down and you do the push-ups. And then you go to the chopper. Push-ups, then the chopper. Push-ups, then the chopper. It's what we do. It's great. Put the cookie down. Thank you guys very much. We'll see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Like, subscribe, and share. And as always, if you don't have talent, have talented friends. Get me my burrito. Keep it copious, everybody. We'll see you next time. Peace with chicken grease. Deuces.